Welcome back to another episode of Final Fantasy X 20th Anniversary Tribute Playthrough. We're right where we left off. Let's go. Favorite dialogue in the whole game right here. This is the worst, absolutely terrible voice acting ever.
You heathen!
Stay away from the summoner! You're a bad man!
So bad.
Lady Una, be
So
careful.
bad.
But it was really my fault to begin with.
Stay away from the summoner!
I'm Yuna.
I'm melting!
Thank you so much for your help earlier.
Huh? I'm sorry about that. Wasn't I not supposed to? Guess I kinda overreacted.
Oh no, I was overconfident.
I saw that Aeon thing. That's amazing.
Really? Do you think I can become High Summoner?
Lady Yuna, come play with me some more.
So, tomorrow then.
Tomorrow?
We're going on the same boat, aren't we?
Oh, really?
We can talk more.
Huh.
What's this random
You can tell me all about Xanarkand.
high five he just tried to give her? Friend zone.
She's cute, yeah?
So, yeah.
Don't get no ideas.
No promises there, big guy. Hey, but what if she, comes on to me?
That's not going to happen.
Well, why not, Walker?
If you get tired, let me know. I had a bed made for you.
Alright. And not really anything else we can do. I just want to hear that one more time.
Stay away from the summoner!
Stay away from the stamina! Alright, now we can go to bed.
Good. Sleep tight.
So the game obviously wants you to take interest in Yuna. I mean, there's other characters. You got Riku and you got Lulu. But the game definitely wants you to take interest in Yuna. Like, it's the main two protagonists. It just makes sense. Then we get a dream that we can interact with. And we're on a pier with Yuna. How romantic!
Where's that boat?
Everyone will find us if it doesn't come soon.
You really sure this is okay?
Would you take me to Xanarkand?
Hey! You said you'd go with me!
Oh, hey,
Awkward.
I thought Waka told you not to get any ideas.
He did?
Yeah, so you're coming with me.
15-year-old, 17-year-old.
You with a woman? You can't even catch a ball!
Screw you, Dad.
Oh, what's the matter?
I'm gonna
cry
cry.
again? Cry. That's the only thing you're good for.
I hate you.
Huh? What'd you say?
I hate you.
You have to speak loudly.
I hate you!
Yeah, tell him.
That's the spirit.
You can do it.
So, to catch up, Yuna and Titus are both... Titus and Yuna are both 17.
Dead, okay?
Riku's 15.
Dead.
Lulu and Walker are 23. The game obviously wants us to go with Yuna.
He does look a lot like Chapu. I was surprised too, the first time I saw him. But no matter what he looks like, he isn't Chapu. You shouldn't have brought him here in the first place.
Technically, he did it.
Yeah, but he needed our help.
I kind of just appeared.
Excuses again?
Yeah, but
That's it. No more. Enough, Waka.
She's a really good voice actress that plays Lulu. Poor Waka.
Scary.
That was a
So-
rough transition.
Who's Chapu?
My little brother, Chapu. He looked like you.
Call me Dr. Seuss.
He's dead?
He was with the Crusaders when they fought Sin last year. He didn't make it. I first heard on the day of the tournament.
Oh, so that's why.
I became a guardian to fight Sin, yeah?
Revenge, then?
That was the idea. I'm more worried about a stupid game now than avenging my brother. Well, after the next tournament, I'll be a guardian full time. I know it kind of looks like I'm using you. but I'm
It's
not.
okay. I'm used to being used.
Don't worry.
I was a sports star.
I owe you a lot. You really helped me out, you know? What I mean is... Thanks, Waka.
Oh, so sweet.
Stop. You're embarrassing me.
So no, what I was saying is, obviously the game has the direction it wants you to go. It wants you to lean towards your romantic interest being Yuna. The game does have a mechanic called favor points that you can build up with characters that changes certain cutscenes throughout the movie or throughout the game. I don't really want to get into deep on favor points, but you can look it up. I'm sure there's many videos on YouTube. It basically goes down to decisions you make throughout the game, who you talk to first when you come up into groups after cutscenes, things like that, where you gain favor points with either Riku, Lulu, Waka, Yuna, anybody in your group, and it changes small things. The major plot points of the game doesn't change, they're not affected, but there are some subtle differences based on who has the higher favor points out of your party. But yeah, if you're interested in learning about favor points, I'm sure there's many people out there that have a lot more time to dedicate to it than I do. I just don't have time to go through the stats and statistics and try to bookmark all the favor point conversations. So yeah, sorry guys. If you will notice, you've been watching this video series or any of my others, we now have a beautiful Grogu background, not staring at the inside of my camper anymore. We also repositioned the camera up here, so it's not over there. It's up here, not over there. So, making minor improvements. At least I think it's an improvement. If it's not, let me know in the comments. I feel like it is. If it's not, then screw you guys. I'm in a really weird mood today. Anyways, let's go.
Hey, sleepyhead. Something I want to give you.
Whoa! You're giving this to me?
It's such a cool
Yeah,
sword.
use it well.
That's the sword you gave Chapu.
Well, he never used it.
Because he wanted to use
Where's Yuna?
Machina instead.
We're taking the same boat as Yuna, right? Why do we gotta
Loser.
wait here?
Yuna came to this village 10 years ago, when the last calm started.
The calm?
Since then, she's been like a little sister to me and Lulu. But she had the talent. She became an apprentice. Now, today, she leaves as a summoner.
This is our journey. We should leave together. You really don't need all that luggage.
They're not really my things. They're gifts for the temples we're to visit.
This isn't a vacation, Yuna.
I guess you're right.
See, how good were the gifts really if she's just going to leave them sitting on the steps?
Okay, off we go.
Like, they couldn't have been that important or that expensive. All right, so very important thing right here. Before you leave and run up the hill, go back into Besaid. You remember earlier in a couple episodes back, I told you about the little dog that was running around barking? We're gonna find the little puppers. I think it's this one. Yeah, I think it's this one. Yes. Okay, so you talk to the shopkeeper. And she says, you know, a funny thing happened. My dog dug something up yesterday. I wonder what it was. I'm still looking over there because I'm used to the camera being over there. It's there now. We should wonder what it is too. So now we gotta go find the dog. He should be roaming around outside, but sometimes he's in one of these huts. Yep, there he is. So click on the doggo. Something mangled and slobbery. Balaford has learned to overdrive energy blast. So now, Balaford, hey! Now Balaford has 2 overdrives. If I remember right, he's the only Aeon in the game that has 2 overdrives instead of 1. So that's something that it's pretty easy to miss if you don't pay attention.
Here comes one now. Hey, why don't you try out that sword I gave you?
One tap.
No problem.
Not too shabby. You kept up with him pretty well. Might make a good guardian someday.
Yeah, best recognized. There's a Besaid.
A flyer. My kind of custom.
Waka has really high accuracy. He also has a ball, so he has range, and he's better for flying creatures. And then we should have another forced battle coming up pretty soon. Yep.
That looks like trouble.
Ha! Watch!
And you see we only did 53
Told ya.
damage there.
Only magic can beat that thing.
The flan
If you
or
can't beat him
flan.
down, you gotta use magic of an element they don't like.
Magic? Element?
Let's have our black mage show you what I mean.
Big booty,
Luke,
or big
you're up.
booby Judy.
Clueless, aren't you? Good thing I'm here.
Magic and fiends have properties called elements. There are 4 elements: fire, ice, lightning, and water. Fire and ice are opposed, as are lightning and water.
Spells of ice work well against fire fiends, and ice fiends are weak against fire magic. You follow?
I get fire and ice, but what about lightning and water?
Lightning and water are opposed, just like fire and ice. This one here is a water fiend, which means
The water fiend, so I use thunder. Why she gotta bend over like that? Like, as if the big provocative quadruple Z's aren't enough. The game developers made it where she falls over, where they almost pop out and say, hello! A little fun fact though, if you can run around in this area right here and train Titus up to be able to one-shot that flan to where he does do more than 53 damage, but it doesn't matter, you will still get the... Lulu will still show up, the audio will all still be the same, the dialogue will be the same, you just won't actually attack her, the battle will just automatically end. It takes about 10 hours of leveling to do that, so I don't recommend it because absolutely nothing is different. But it's still something you can kind of think about. That dialogue sequence is imprinted in the game, there's nothing you can do to change it.
Take your time.
Let's get going, man.
We're gonna wait.
Huh?
Are you ready?
What's going on?
So, if you've not played the game, you don't really understand why she took so long, why she had to sit there and look at the city she grew up in. If you have, you know that if her pilgrimage goes the way all pilgrimages go, then you know why she stopped and said goodbye to her village. Kind of a foreshadowing, but like I said, Titus doesn't know anything about this realm and how the pilgrimage works, and that's what the video game developers wanted. They wanted you to see all this through Titus's eyes.
It's an ancient custom. People leaving the island pray here for a safe trip. Chappu didn't pray that day.
Superstition, but you know, if you have the religion. I feel like saying just watch would be kind of a douchey move. Even if you don't believe in it, you know, you got to support Waka, so we're gonna pray. And of course he's really good at the prayer because it's the blitzball victory
That
dance,
should do it.
essentially. Gonna hit up the save real swift like. And be on our way. You can't go this way. If you try to, it
This
just
isn't
says
the way to
this
the
isn't
pier.
the way to the pier. So nowhere left to go but onward. All right. If you have good eyes and you pay attention, you can see a save sphere up there. Actually, there's 2 save spheres up there. If you look to the top right and top left, we cannot get those right now, and we will not be able to get them for quite a while. There's also this right here on the wall. Kilika at Bikanel Zenk Ak Ua, or something like that. It actually says Kilika and Bikanel become one. It's a hint as to where you type in coordinates for later in the game to be able to get the location to those. So once you can translate that, it'll help you know where to look. But y'all don't have to worry about that because I'm going to show you. Big scary tiger man. They did a really good job re-rendering Kamari. Now we get to fight the big scary man. It's not a particularly hard battle. It's pretty much just whack-a-mole, back and forth. It's a really cool special. Not really any danger of losing. Should be, yep, should be done now. Like I
That's
said,
enough.
he does not approve.
What's with that guy?
Someone pissed in his litter box this morning.
Kimari Ronso, of the Ronso tribe. He's learned the fiend's way of fighting.
That's not what I meant.
He's another Yuna's guardians.
Huh?
Sometimes we don't understand him either. Kamari doesn't talk much anyway. But he has protected me since I was a child.
Huh.
So yeah, I think he was kind of just like, this random person showed up and is wanting to get close to Yuna, also wants to go on the journey, so I'm going to see if he's worth his snuff. He was testing us. I mean, we didn't die, so I guess we passed. No point in wasting potions in that fight. There's not really a chance that you can get killed unless you just, I don't know, like if you rest every turn and let him just beat you. So instead of wasting potions, you just win the fight, backtrack just a little bit, and click on the save sphere. You don't actually have to save. All you gotta do is touch it. So now you'll notice Titus is 520 out of 520 again. All right, and then up here we got some more forced dialogue battles, and we get introduced to Yuna. That treasure chest up there is also part of what I was talking about with the save spheres. We can't get that for quite some time, like probably 9 or 10 hours into the game before we can get that. Big flying bird. You're gonna need more than Walker's ball for that, bucko.
A flyer. That's your department, right?
True, true. Why don't we let our summoner show us what she's made of?
All right, so it tells us how to switch middle members. You basically just hit L1, and then you can bring Yuna out.
Your first real battle.
Show us what your training has taught you.
Okay.
So she has Aeons. That's what we go to the Cloister Trials for, to get the Aeons. They basically stay out until their HP reaches 0, and then they'll leave. The good thing about them is their health is separate from your parties, so you can send them out if a opponent's about to do a really, really strong attack. Cool little summoning sequence. But yeah, you can send an Aeon out if your opponent's about to do an attack you know is going to kill all of your characters. The Aeon will take the brunt of it and you'll survive it. Balaford has basic level 1 magic, a move called Sonic Wings. It delays a enemy's turn, and then just the regular attack. So we're going to use Sonic Wings. It didn't quite work. So you see over there how it says monster down to monster A. So the Sonic Wing won't actually work. If it would, that monster A would move down 1 turn. So we're going to use fire. You see it did 260 or 259 versus the Sonic Wing only does 100. So Balaford's magic's definitely stronger than its physical. So yeah, you see over there it says summon and then monster, but if I use Sonic Wing, it moves the monster down 1. That's because it delays it a turn. So you can just do that. You do Sonic Wing and then fire. Sonic Wing and fire. And it's a pretty easy fight. And you might even be able to get an overkill if you time it right. We have Balaford's Overdrive, and as you can see, there's Energy Blast and Energy Ray. Energy Ray is the one that you automatically get. Energy Blast is the one that we found in the Dog's Mouth. We're gonna save these because there is a little boss coming up, and I want to have it for that. So we're gonna use fire again, and Big Bird's dead. And you notice Yuna is the only one that got any experience because she's the only one that did anything that fight. There's also right.
Another one of those. No problem. Leave this one to me, huh? Say good night.
So Waka has skills. You start out with Dark Attack. Inflicts darkness on an enemy for 3 turns. It has about I think it's a 50% chance of actually blinding the enemy. Like that, the black smoke. So now his accuracy for physical attacks goes way down while he has darkness. And you see Lulu does about the same as Balaford, so their magic's about the same for now. Yuna also has white magic. She has Cure and Asuna starting out. Asuna's status elements, Cure is for HP. And everybody's full, so there's not really any point in doing it. But we are going to attack once with Yuna just so she can get experience. And then on her next turn, we're going to bring Titus out.
Yeah.
And like I said, these forced battles like this, I'm going to leave in, but once I start getting repetitive enemies, I'm going to edit them out. Y'all don't need to see it. But now we can bring Titus out, and since Yuna had a turn, it doesn't matter if she does as much as everybody else. As long as each person does something in the fight, they'll all share the experience at the end, which is good. And you'll notice his darkness should go away after this turn. Even though darkness didn't help me there because he still hit me. And there we go. So, you can beat him without a summon. He's not really that bad of an enemy. But see, everyone got experience. We're also getting random equipment. Alright, see there's a treasure chest there. That's another one. The treasure chest and the save sphere that you can't get until way later. With the douchebag of this game. Alright, so now we have a normal attack, or a normal fight. 3 enemies, all 3 different kinds. We've seen all 3 of these so far. We know Titus attacks the dog. Boom. Waka attacks the flyer. That was an overkill. And we thunder the water plant. That's just a good example of how each person has their own role to play in the team. If I would have tried to use Titus to attack the flan or Waka to attack the dog, things like that, the fight could have went a lot longer. I could have lost health, so forth, so on. That will come in handy later if you end up running out of resources in a cave or a long ways from a save sphere, things like that. Nice. Alright, so if you didn't get those chests I showed you in episode 1, you can go back and get them now. There's one over here to the left, plus there's one at the other end before you get to the dock. The one over by the dock's not important, but make sure you get the one over there to the left. If not, you will want to come back and get it later. Everyone's praying and talking to each other. They're all telling Yuna bye. So we'll go this way. Don't actually get on the boat just yet. Wait until everyone comes over here. And this is another one of those things that's not really important, but free items are free items. So once everybody gets over here and they get in their spot, you can talk to some of them. I don't remember which ones, so we'll talk to all of them to see. So you talk to them twice. 3 Phoenix Downs, which revives a downed enemy. An Ether. A gift from the temple. Seeker's Ring. It's a equipable ring for Idis. Wow. For Yuna. $400. Little kids. Do little kids give you something? Yes. A remedy. And that's it. So yeah, you get, you know, either Phoenix Downs, Phonics Downs, whatever you want to call them. $400, remedy, and a ring. And I'll go ahead and show you the ring. Go to equipment. I'm stupid. So the ring she has right now does absolutely nothing besides look like a ring. We'll go ahead and do that for HP plus 10%. Omari is so terrifying with those yellow eyes. Of course, everyone's crying and bawling, and I mean, you think, like, other than little kids, obviously, all these people in the village have seen Yuna grow up. So I mean, that's, you grew up in a village with 30 people and one of them leaves, it's gonna be, it's like family leaving. And then we'll go from Kilika to Luca.
Boo.
And of course, Titus is being a monkey, crawling all over people's shoulders. Like the physics for this right here, can you imagine doing a handstand on someone's shoulder and somersaulting off of it? Come on, physics. And of course, Titus being a 17-year-old, he sneaks a peek at the Kagzungas. Even though we're not into Lulu, we're into Yuna. At least that's what the game wants. But if you're into big boobs, then obviously Lulu's who you're into. I'll take Yuna just because of the green and blue eyes. That's so cool. Like, how can you not want one green, one blue-eyed having girlfriend? All right, so now we are free to roam around the ship. This is the SS LIkki. We will be taking another boat later that looks very similar. If I missed something and you know about it that I didn't know, let me know. Comment down below. I don't know everything about this game. I know a lot, but not everything. So keep me in check. Let me know if I missed something. Zach, I'm talking to you. If you know something that I'm not picking up, let me know about it. I will see y'all on the next episode. And as always, may the force be with you. Peace.